What is good, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to another review. This is not your average sneakerhead, Tony Ramsey, and today we're taking a look at the Jordan 11 Low IE Black Cement. Before we jump into the review, if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing to the channel. Trying to grow the channel to about 500 subscribers. We are more than 2/3 of the way there, and I do plan to do another giveaway once we reach 500 subscribers. Also consider giving the video a thumbs up. That does help the channel grow. And leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about this here sneaker. But let's go ahead now and jump into some of the details about this Jordan 11 Low IE and why I think this is one of the better Jordan 11 Lows to drop so far in 2020. If you are not familiar with the Jordan 11 Low IE, these originally released back in 1996, not the specific colorway, but another version of this silhouette released in 1996, and it was actually the very first Jordan 11 Low model to release. I remember when these came out back when I was in high school. They weren't really that popular at the time, mainly because they had such a different look than the normal Jordan 11 that had patent leather all around it, and this one having a lot of leather overlays was mainly a reason why I think people weren't really that into the sneaker back then. But for some reason, this black cement colorway I think is going to work really well on this shoe, and this time around is going to have a whole different impression. So let's go ahead and jump into some of the details. Let's start off with the box. So you have a standard Jordan box here, black box with the red Jumpman in the middle and Air Jordan text on it. You do have Nike Air pretty much all around each side of the box. Nothing out the ordinary there. Then the official colorway of this one is black, fire red, and cement gray. And I got these in an 8.5, and they had a retail price of about $170. You guys can see that price tag there. Once we get inside the box, there's nothing really on the top. And looking at the inside of the box, you do have a quality control stamp at the bottom of it there. And you also do have the green and white sticker that's usually on Jordan sneakers depending on their materials right inside the box. I picked these up locally from Foot Action out here, and I actually was able to hit on a couple pairs of these on the reservations. If you guys aren't aware, with most sneaker releases these days, I've been able to get them via the reservations for the Flex amp. So that's Foot Locker, Foot Action, and Champs. They all share the same Flex accounts, so you can reserve shoes at numerous of those locations around your city. And that's how I got these and other releases that have come out so far in summer 2020. So hopefully that trend does continue, because last year I took a bunch of L's there, but this year I've had pretty good luck with the Flex app, so no problems for me picking these up. These actually sold out really quickly online. I was not expecting that, so maybe this model is going to do pretty well, but we'll see as time goes on. But let's look at some of the details about the model, the silhouette, and the colorway and the material. So we'll start off here with the toe box. The toe box is wrapped in leather. That is a black leather. It does have some tumble to it. It's pretty soft. I'm not sure about the quality of the leather, but I think that these will probably crease really well. Typically stiffer leather of Jordans, they don't crease quite as well as some of the softer leather. So hopefully these will look good over time. Now going from there, you do have the lateral side here. There you do have some more leather upper as well, and you do have this netting that has some holes in it. That is all done in elephant print, and that is also a cut of leather as well. I'm not sure if that's synthetic leather or if it's authentic leather, but that cut is in leather there. You do have some mesh here that has holes in it, and that is there for ventilation. That was one of the reasons why they brought up the Jordan 11 Low with different materials back in '96. These ventilation holes actually make the shoe a little bit more breathable. Not sure how that's going to work if you do plan to hoop in these, but if you do wear different color socks, you will be able to see those through those mesh holes in the lateral and the medial side. Now right above that elephant print, you do have a black leather up here. That upper is ribbed and also is in that nice tumble texture, and it does have a lot of stitching through each little part of the upper right there. Then we'll get to the back of the shoe. Also, you still do have that elephant print wrap all on the back of it. You do have another mesh hole right there on the back. And on the medial side, the elephant print and the mesh holes continue on the medial side as well, also with that upper that does have the leather upper with the stitching for each line. Looking at the tongue, now these do have a mesh tongue that does have a leather strip in the middle of it. Then at the top of the tongue, it is the same tongue that you would typically see on a black cement Jordan 3 there, with a red Jumpman in the middle of the tongue. These come with thin rope laces, which I think give them a nice look to them, and the entire upper does sit atop this foam midsole. That foam midsole is in white. Then on the outsole, you do have a milky outsole, similar to what you would see on Jordan 11 highs, and you do have a red Jumpman in the middle with some herringbone traction here at the forefront and at the heel of the shoe. You do have carbon fiber there at the medial side of the outsole. Also come with a cardboard insert, so nothing out the ordinary there, that has your sizing on it. And let's see if the insole will come out. I don't think that it will. The insoles on these are glued down, so I won't pull that one out for you guys. And as you get into the shoe, your sizing tag is right on the back of the tongue. Then looking at the insole itself, it is in red with a black Jumpman. I'm not sure if you guys are gonna be able to pick that up in the camera, but there is a red black Jumpman there. And I'll get you guys some B-roll shots of the insole as well. Now, looking at the silhouette of the shoe, this is actually cut higher than typical Jordan 11 lows with the patent leather. I did have the gem red Jordan 11 low that came out earlier this year, and also I had the Concord one that was the women's sizing. I let both of those go. I'm not a really big fan of Jordan 11's lows, especially with the patent leather. I just feel like they don't blend well together, in my opinion. But I think that this silhouette with the low to mid cut right here actually looks pretty good on this shoe. And honestly, it doesn't really have too many resemblances to the Jordan 11 highs besides the outsole and the midsole. Other than that, they could be completely different models. This should have been like an 11.5 or something like that, because this model probably could have stood alone by itself, especially some of the original colorways that it came out in. Speaking of the colorway, let's go ahead and grab the black cement 3s and compare the two, so you can see how the colors are pretty similar. So as you guys can see, I do have my black cement 3s from 2018, and the color blocking of these is very similar. Of course, you're gonna have more of that elephant print wrapping around the toe box of these, but just the leather texture and the overall color blocking, you guys can see it's pretty much very similar. So look at the colors too. I mean, it's almost like a perfect blend of the two shoes, in my opinion. Now, in terms of sizing for this Jordan 11 low IE, I did go true to size. I know some people do recommend going down half a size in these, and honestly, after putting these on, I probably could have gone down to an 8, but I'm okay with this being in the 8.5. I'll just throw an extra insole in here, and they should fit just fine. They do run a little bit narrow to me, almost, but even then, I would recommend just going true to size, and you should be fine with that. Last but not least, let's talk about the resale for this sneaker. So far, these are going pretty close to retail right now, maybe a little bit over. I think they're gonna hover around that point for the foreseeable future. They might start going up little by little going into 2021, because Jordan 11 low, the silhouette isn't really popular, doesn't really demand a ton of resale value. But I think that these, once people realize that the black cement 3s are very expensive, they're gonna start looking at this as an alternative. I could see these being around the $250 or so range some point at mid 2021. But right now they're hovering right around retail, maybe a little bit over. So if you're looking to pick these up, now would be a good time. I don't think that you would get these for investment purposes. They'll probably just be good for a personal sneaker, which isn't bad, especially for a summertime alternative to a black cement 3. But now that we have those details out of the way, let's go ahead and get these both laced up, get them on foot, and show you guys how they look. There you have it. That's been my review of the Jordan 11 Low IE in the black cement colorway. Let me know what you guys think about this model down below in the comment section. Is this one that you guys passed on, or now that you guys can get some detailed looks of these, is this one that you might double back to try to pick up? They did actually restock these on release day, so you might still be able to grab these online if you are looking for them. I would recommend it for a nice summer alternative to a black cement 3, which the prices on those are going up. The prices on black cement 3s are skyrocketing right now, and if you want a good alternative but also has a little bit of a different feel to it, this might not be a bad way to go. Also, be sure to subscribe down below. We do plan to do another giveaway once we hit 500 subscribers, so now would be a good time to subscribe as the channel is growing, and I'm glad to have you guys along for the ride. That's going to do it. This has been Not Your Average Sneakerhead Tony Ramsey, and I'll catch you guys on my next review. Peace.